my secret. Just do something that ain't nobody ever done before, but make it sound like something that's always been there forever.
Hello, welcome to This Filipino American Life, a podcast that explores the nuanced experiences of Filipinos in the United States at iba pa. My name is Joe Bernardo, and I'm joined by my fellow hosts.
Ryan Carpio.
Elaine Delalis.
And
Mike.
Producer Mike. Pew, pew, pew. I don't know how to do it because I don't want to risk ruining something, so I'm not going to do it.
All right. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, I still don't know how to. Oh, we're super delayed.
Yes, stop looking at the live feed.
I know, but I have to. You guys wanted me to monitor questions.
Yes.
Oh, man.
And Pilar says hoi. So
Hoi, Pilar.
How? I can't even see.
I see it. Okay, maybe me and Mike will look and you can.
Good job, Ryan.
Elaine, you should do it. Yeah.
Okay, but then you have to keep the things up. Hi, Apollo. Hi,
You had
Sarah.
one job, Ryan. Come on.
No, I know, but I don't even know how to know who's on there. How do you guys know?
Because I can see.
We're just watching the live
I'm
feed on our
watching it.
phones.
Ryan, you fail. I'll do this.
Oh my God,
Mike, pull
I'm
up the
totally
questions.
failing.
Fail.
We can see.
Oh, there it is. It's better on the phone.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we
Hey,
said.
it's my nephew Spencer. That's cool.
All right.
Oh man. All right. I
Okay.
can't believe we're finally doing this.
First time ever.
So
I can't believe we're
welcome,
doing this in general.
welcome to TFAL, the social distance edition. Mike and I decided to wear matching hats.
I'm wearing my hoodie.
I'm
Right.
wearing my hat and no undershirt.
No.
Wrong. Just kidding. I just got back from work, so I'm tired.
Let's describe. Joe, you're at Berlato Studios.
I'm in Berlata Studios where normally Mike sits.
Oh, okay. I'm in my bachelor pad.
The bachelor
I'm in my
pad.
apartment. I think you can see "shut up" on the comments, but that's a stationary bike. It's stationary because it stays there. I don't touch it or nothing.
Oh,
That's my
right.
lap.
That's what we have. Look, there's a bike behind Mike.
It just
Mike
stays there.
It's there. I use it.
Yeah, so
This is our
Nice.
abode in Hi-Fi House. There's the fork and spoon right here. Some art
man.
over there. And our
Well-
messy kitchen back there.
well, this is cool. We have a couple of dozen people on. That's nice.
Farah is asking where's Girly.
Oh, she's doing
Sleeping?
yoga right now, actually.
Oh, doing yoga. Girly's like, screw your social distance. I'm going to do yoga.
So as you can tell, we are all practicing social distance.
Lame.
And we are all at our respective places, and we are abiding by the rules set by our governments to keep distance from each other. I invited everyone over, but I guess we shouldn't do that. I
like,
cooked all
nope.
this.
You think?
Did you cook a bunch of food?
No, I cooked it yesterday.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Mike and I have been going to the various businesses around our LA. On Monday, we had the Park's Finest. Thanks, the Park's Finest. Yesterday, where'd we go, Mike?
What's
Oi
the Oi
Asian.
Asian?
And today, we had Hi-Fi Kitchen.
Nice.
Wow.
So
Nice.
tomorrow, who knows? I must say, I will say this. Corona vacation is expensive.
But it's an investment in our community.
It's an investment in the community.
Yeah. Yesterday, I went to get coffee and bought coffee beans at Cafe Aficionado,
Oh,
which
cool.
is a Pinoy-owned coffee shop here near me in the valley. How about you, Ryan?
I have been I cooked just because I want to use my Instant Pot, but also, of course, patronizing some businesses, learning a little bit about DoorDash and what is the other delivery service? that I don't use and I don't actually plan on using because I'd rather pick up. Yeah,
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Yeah, I just
Uber.
know about it now, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go and patronize a lot of some of the businesses that don't usually get business from me.
Yeah, a lot of small businesses.
Yeah, a lot of the small mom and pops. Like there's this, it's not a Filipino restaurant, but like in our area, like there's a Chinese restaurant that all the Filipinos go to, and clearly like no one's there anymore. So we try to pick up food when we can. And then, your little ongpins, it's close to my work. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get some stuff from there. And a lot of if you're in Los Angeles, a lot of the Eco Rock establishments I go to. I think I called Joe while I was at one. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to get ulam right now. So,
nice.
Yeah, trying to make it work. It's strange. All of this is so strange.
Yeah. So, this is, I guess, a quote unquote coronavirus special, but we're not going to talk about the actual, coronavirus and kind of what to do and what not to do. Like, there are plenty of places where you get that information. We're going to talk more about like what we're doing and kind of, what other Filipino Americans could be doing and should be doing. And kind of just our experiences, particularly as Filipino Americans dealing with this kind of crisis. So I wanted to ask, first of all, what are your situations right now? Like, are you all working from home? What does your work allow you to do during this time?
Okay, I'll start, I guess. I'm not. I wanted to, and I think there's just so I work sort of in government, so there's a lot of things that are kind of like work related things that I have to do within the city, like shelters and childcare centers and stuff like that. So it's a little bit tough right now to work from home. I think we have the options to do it, but just because of the current situation, it hasn't settled down yet. So we're kind of reporting to the office. But I know a lot of people are working from home. So both family and friends that I know have opted to work from home. I want to opt for it, but not quite yet. So I literally just arrived about an hour ago from work. So, but hopefully soon.
But you don't do anything, right?
I know that's the problem. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna sit here and not actually do anything. So this is gonna be kind of hard. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough for I'd rather not do anything at home. So, but anyway, thanks, Joe.
Well, I am actually I get to work from home. Originally, I was just gonna do like 2 or 3 days at home and then the rest of the time at the office. But apparently over the weekend, they found somebody who is coronavirus positive. And
really?
They basically cleared out the workplace. And I am now working from home, basically working with my new coworker, Girly. And
Department of HR.
I want to file an HR complaint against my new coworker. She makes me cook, makes me wash all the dishes.
Oh man,
that sounds like me. I was supposed to only work from home Monday and Friday, and then I got word late Monday that nope, I'm working from home until the end of March. And so I am here with my new coworker, Mike, who closes the door and it's locked. So I can't bug him. But I'm like, hey, you want to get something to eat? Or all these things.
I mean, you could like Google Hangouts me or text me.
I could. And actually, like, we're texting each other, but we're in a situation that is similar to Love is Blind, where there's a wall in between our rooms.
And you're trying to date each other?
I mean, at one point I was like, hi, babe. Hi. I was trying to be Jessica, but I don't want to be a garbage human. So I like.
Don't ruin it for people.
Yeah, spoiler
I
alert.
don't even know who that is if you haven't watched it. But go watch Love is Blind. We binged it before we were on quarantine. It's an amazing show. I have so many feelings.
I hate myself for watching all of it. But it's good.
I just discovered that maybe half of all of I Love Lucy episodes are on Hulu.
Oh
So
my
I've just
God.
basically been binge watching all these reruns.
Okay.
What's your favorite I Love Lucy?
Oh, we
episode?
talked about this. It's when Lucy has the baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
We did talk
My-
about this.
did I mention I like the one with the bread, where it's like the giant loaf of bread comes out of the oven?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Oh, we
Yeah.
totally did. This sounds familiar.
It's already bread.
Okay, Mike, what about you?
I've been working from home since Friday, and we're basically kind of just playing it by ear. And so, I mean, it's looking like we'll be here for the long haul. But you know, I mean, most of our work can be done kind of remotely, but like it's different because I mean, I work in a very like dynamic office space with a lot of coworkers kind of all around, and so like we usually get a lot more done kind of being together, you know. And so now we're trying to like do that all by Teams video conferencing and like Zoom and et cetera. And so it's an interesting change. And, you know, and now with my new coworker who apparently can't deal with the fact that I closed my door.
I was trying to be welcoming, and I bought a dozen donuts from.
So I have this thing where I have this fear of someone sneaking up on me and like startling me. And it happens very easily, even in like places where I think I have good situational awareness.
Okay.
And so like my back literally to the door of our office space. And so like, and I have my headphones on all the time. So it'd be very easy for someone to just like, you know.
Okay, so Mike says this now, but he's the one who startled me. I was in the office. I was in the office working, minding my business. I stood up to like take a break and get some steps in and just step. And then Mike pops out of the bathroom, and I literally was like, "What the?" I was like, "What? You're in the bathroom the whole time?" And I scared myself.
I mean, I don't mind scaring people. I just don't like to be the scary. So
Oh,
You should complain to HR.
they're not going to do anything though.
I know.
Do anything.
HR never does anything. All right, so
to my
let's give a quick shout out to some of the folks that are on
Yes.
watching now. Okay,
So,
who do we have?
Candace, Paulo, Jen, Farah, Carlo, Mike, Macabenta, Cindy, who
Yeah.
Ryan, she wants virtual lunch.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Cindy. My friend G. What up, G?
Bev, Alan, JP. Hi, JP from Wanderlust. We were just talking about earlier, we were in Atwater and we were about to buy a pint, but we were there too early. So we'll go buy and get pints later. Julian, Pilar, I said that already. Ben, hi, Ben.
Ben.
Benet, Jason Fajardo. Is this you,
Yes.
Jason
The
Fajardo?
time has come.
Jason Fajardo, aka Brian Cage's twin.
if anyone knows who Brian Cage is.
Brian Cage is a wrestler.
Oh, Isabel's watching. Hi, Isabel.
And Nicole, Michelle, and our friend Gary.
Hey.
Hi, Gary.
And hi, Spencer. That's my nephew.
Coney, Polanco, Tony.
Spencer, is he for hire?
He's going to Google that. He's like, what's Spencer for hire?
It was such a good TV show.
I've never
But
watched it.
Spencer is like a kid, so.
Wait, Joe, you never watched Spencer for Hire?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
What show was that on? Or what channel? I mean,
I don't know, but it's in the wheelhouse of like A-Team, Heart to Heart, Hunter,
okay.
that like 80s procedural old white people investigating crime situation.
I told
no,
you I
she
watched
did
the
actually.
I watched the BET version,
What is that?
the E team.
Dude, we're recycling like old jokes. We're literally recycling old jokes.
Hey, not a lot of people have watched have listened to all the episodes.
That's true. That's true. Oh, by the way, people should listen to our episodes.
Hi,
Okay,
Kat.
so other than your situations, how are you maintaining mental health?
Not
Mike isn't.
going crazy.
That's a really good question. And I think my answer to that is I don't know if I've actually taken the time to address it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think things are changing so fast that taking that time to figure out whether or not, because this is all just crazy, right? Like, we always keep saying like things are crazy, but I don't know if I've taken the time to even assess it. I have elderly parents. I know we're going to get into that too, but like I'm trying to buy food for them and stuff like that, and trying to figure out what work situation is, and it's just so fast that I don't know if I've even tried to think about it. And maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just because of how I function, but that's a very good question. I haven't.
Yeah. I've been journaling. I journal anyway, but like in these times, I've been journaling a lot, just being like, what is happening, chronicling it. And then for work, since I work in higher ed, as a joke, I created a PowerPoint slide on Friday, and it said academic advising in times of pandemic.
That sounds like a paper topic.
It totally is, right? And then it was a joke. And then I went, no, this actually needs to be documented because we're in a global case study. I want to know what everyone's responses were. And then it's helpful that my new coworker is a data person, because I was like, how do I do this? I don't know what to do. I'm not a social scientist because I was a humanities person. So I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And my new coworker gave me tips on how I'm supposed to do these things. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. Everything is rapidly changing, like we said. But the journaling, the creating this PowerPoint presentation, and I'm exploring online therapy to go back to it, only because, like, shit's cray. Like, I don't know. Like, I need to talk to a professional. I think I need to get back to it. So that's what I'm doing.
Got it.
Mikey.
I haven't quite figured out, how to like kind of find a good balance between like the busyness, because it's oddly busier than usual, because I think we're just so focused on work. And I think when you're in an office environment, you're kind of interacting with your coworkers. It's kind of like you do the work, but also like you're able to balance that out with kind of just like, being around each other, right? But now we're all just on like email and video conferences, and it's all just like work. And so I haven't had a chance to like kind of just take a step back and just think about like, can I kind of pace this out in a way that's meaningful while still feeling productive? Can I go outside get some air and go for a walk? I think I got to find a way to kind of institute like fairly regular, like mental breaks, hikes, just going outside when it's not raining, even though it's been raining almost every other day this week and will be the same way next week. Just being outside of the space, because I already get kind of antsy and like cabin fever in any other kind of time. And now that we have to kind of be here, it's making sure I kind of create space to get out of my own head sometimes.
Whose car alarm is that?
Sorry, it's outside of my apartment.
Beep, 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 beep.
Dude, did I tell you when I was in high school, I had this one like dream, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember my Spanish teacher was talking like in my dream, and she was in the front of class, and like the last thing I hear was like ma ma, 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 ma. And it was my alarm going off, but in my dream it was my Spanish teacher saying ma ma ma.
Thanks for that, Joe.
Okay, so mental health. Mm-hmm. Like what Farrah's typed here is I exercised. On Monday, I actually, did like some yoga and I went for a walk. And then Tuesday, I didn't do anything and I felt like depressed. Like I felt like, oh my God, I'm going to stay here forever. Right. I think the rain, of course, didn't help.
Yeah.
But like when I didn't exercise, I just felt like blech.
Yeah. I haven't worked out today, so I was going to work out after this. And I think that'll help me out.
And then this morning, I went for a walk, and it was nice and sunny, which is cool. So I felt better today than I did yesterday. So exercise is definitely helping me.
Getting sun. At
Getting
one point,
some vitamin D.
like
Yeah.
when it went was the sun, when there was a break in the rain, we just were like outside.
Yeah.
I think also it's sort of this looming thing, right? Like what I mean by that is as much as it rained in LA, I didn't think about the rain, even though it's like such an event in Los Angeles, right? When it rains, it's like, oh my God, traffic, this and that. But there's just like this bigger looming thing that I'm sort of you know, it's affecting kind of like our everyday lives, and for those folks who look at, for example, church as a way of meditating. Oh my God, they canceled church. Who cancels church? Like, like, oh no, Yeah. So that's kind of like a real. It's real, and I know someone from the chat mentioned, telephone therapy or teletherapy or teletalk is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Noel Ramirez said that.
Noel said that. So I think that's it. I think it's important. I think too, when we do talk about mental health, I think we talked about this in our mental health episode. A lot of my family and a lot of us, we don't think like that right away. We sort of go through this hierarchy of what we need, and first we're gonna do all like our physical, right? Like get your stuff in order and buy the foods and all that, and take care of yourself physically, and then hopefully we can get to that point where we're thinking about how it mentally helps us. But also talking to friends, this is actually really cool.
This is helping me a lot, talking to you all. Like, I miss you guys. This is awesome.
I know. I'm kind of, it's just girly. So
I'm expecting you to walk behind you and then smack you in the head.
Start choking me. I need mental health break from her.
There's a group of friends that there's a newly coined Japanese term called onomi, where you kind of social drink.
I want to do that.
Wow.
I'm social drinking agua water.
Have coffee.
Yeah. I think some folks have been doing like virtual happy hours, which is cool. Let's see, Catherine Choi, former TFAL alumni. She says, take deep breaths, stretch, and go out to get a little sun, run up and down the front steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely get exercise. So anything else in terms of keeping up your mental health?
I think the other thing is, when we talked about like drinking and happy hours and all that, it's just finding the pace of, I guess the term is the new normal now, right? Finding that pace and getting to a good pace of, okay, this is what work is now, right? Because day one of like no school, I imagine, was like hell for people who were like at home with kids or realize that their kids aren't going to go to school. So just finding out, like, you getting into a groove, we'll get there, like, and also just knowing that there's people out there to talk to. Mm-hmm. And there's if there's ever been a time to like reach out to someone and someone will actually be like, yes, I'm here to reach out with all the time in the world because they're at home. Now is the time, right? And so I think for those folks who are looking to reach out, you can always call our voicemail, leave a long voicemail, like.
What's the number, Ryan?
Oh,
Ryan.
Something. It's not even on our flyer.
It's not on there.
I think it's
805. Mike.
394
TFAL
1-800-45-CLOSET.
1-800 cars for kids.
First of all, it's 877 cars for kids. No, I'm just kidding. Actually,
we did this on another episode. It's turning into like clip show.
I know, seriously.
Well, it also means we have the same jokes and we like to say them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's hard too is like it's hard for me to work at home. Like usually when I had to was in school and stuff, I would go to a coffee shop and I needed that kind of ambient noise. I needed that that kind of, even though I didn't talk to people, it was just like being connected with other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's harder. Like I can't go to a coffee shop or anything like that. So it's definitely harder to work these days.
Yeah.
On Monday, I had a Zoom up, and it was up like for most of the day, and like we weren't meeting, but we were just like talking to each other, and it was like how we had our office, like because it was with my coworker Vanessa. I'm like, we're just gonna keep it up because she was still in the office and I wasn't, and so I was like, oh, it's like I'm with you.
Yeah.
So just to even have it up to talk to her was nice.
Yeah.
Do you get up and get ready in the morning and then go to work, or start working like at home?
Yeah.
Or do you
Yeah.
kind of just like, oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of just like mimic that you're actually going out to go to work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to like be productive when you're just like, oh, I'm just in my pajamas and
Mhm.
I'm just gonna
Damn,
sit on the couch.
I think that's my problem.
You need to do that, Joe.
Yes, I'm still in my pajamas right now.
Are you at least taking a shower? Jesus.
Yes, I did. I exercised this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I read somewhere that that's important to like
Yeah.
maintain that you're still like you're changing the day.
Yeah.
I am wearing my house slippers though because I usually am a barefoot person all the time, but I'm like I can't stub my toe like 10 million times a day, so house shoes it is.
Oh yeah, our place is kind of small, so it's easy to just run into things.
Oh, and shout out to all the people who have kids and they're
Yeah.
basically homeschooling them for now.
Everybody's been saying they want to pay teachers $1 billion.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how important teachers are.
Yep.
And I can't imagine it, although I might
Yeah.
do that soon. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have a couple of teachers out there
Yes.
on so shout out to you guys.
Oh, hi Daphne. I went to grad school with Daphne. Hi, she's in
Hi,
St.
Daphne.
Louis, and she said I put break on my Outlook calendar at least once a day. I make myself get up, warm up tea, go outside, anything.
nice.
I like that to put that on your calendar.
Yeah.
I will say with work from home, I did something that I thought I would never do. I put all the Microsoft Office 365 apps on my phone because it's linked to my work portal.
I see.
And I was like, if I need to work from home and if I need to be mobile, I need to put it on my phone. And I just
I've
said,
been living that life
screw it. And then I
forever.
did it. And it was really helpful because like I needed to drop off. I mean, I guess this is a good transition to like our parents. I had to drop off supplies to my mom and dad. My parents are senior citizens, and it's been like an uphill battle with my dad. Like Mike and I check in on my parents once a month. On Sunday, they didn't have any milk. Like, so they were low on milk. So we went to go find them milk, and I was like, oh shit, like they don't have anything.
Mhm.
And Mike and I know the stores are bare. And so I was like, well, we'll go find you stuff. And like, I found 2 half pints of whole milk and one, like my dad drinks lactate milk. I found like oat milk instead as an alternative. And I was like freaking out. Like, what are my parents going to do? I reached out, my cousin Vince, our graphic designer, came in a pinch and he got my dad like a gallon of milk for my mom. And then today I just dropped off like a cup of noodles, like ramens, some fruit, because I found fruit at my local liquor market, and then some like other like non-perishable foods. And I'm like, Dad, you'll be able to sustain me.
Are your parents, like you're like delivering food for your parents, are they panicking? Are they aware of like how big this is? Or I'm curious to know.
So it's funny. My dad was trying to get on me to cancel our Houston trip. Like, maybe you shouldn't go. There's something going on. And I told him, like, you're being stupid, Dad. Like, no. Like 2 weeks ago, I was like, it's fine.
Mhm.
And now I'm the one that's like, don't leave the house. Stop trying to go out and buy food. I'll bring it to you. So it's been like a flip that way.
Yeah. So they're pretty stubborn. Like you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, and it's like a common theme with like a bunch of friends. Like we're all have the same thing where we're like yelling at our elderly parents, like stop leaving the house, stop going out. Like there's like an article in the New Yorker that everyone was sharing, and it was just like how the boomer generation of parents think that they've lived through so much, so they don't want to. They think that they can like They think they'll live it forever.
Yeah. So I'm lucky. My parents are like homebodies in general. So like, yeah, they could go like they go like weeks without leaving the house. Usually they only leave the house to go to the grocery, and then my dad usually goes to the gym. But otherwise, like they don't really leave the house unless it's like some kind of like family party or something like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of go to church for them now, so I have to get like communion. But in general, like they don't leave the house, which is kind of nice in this kind of time. So I just get them groceries, and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And they just ask me, so how is that? How is it out there? And,
Oh, they do. That's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been pretty okay with my parents. And luckily, I haven't had to like reprimand them or kind of just urge them to stay home or anything like that. So
Mine are a little bit of a mix. I think in general, I don't think my parents are worriers. Like they don't worry that much about, they're very easygoing. But there are some times when they do worry and they watch the news. My mom's pretty much homebound, and my dad is pretty social. Both of them are pretty social, but my dad has like his senior group that he goes to, so he knows like things are happening. But to the extent of like the reality checks, like he called me today. He's like, "Hey, can you pass by the store and get juice and drop it off?" And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'll order it for you and maybe get it delivered, but like, I'm not. And he goes, "Oh no, just pass by Costco real quick." I'm like, there was never a time when you can go to Costco real quick. There's no such thing. Real quick and Costco don't match. But of course not. Even more so now, right? So I think there's just that. I think it's kind of nice for me because I think they're not stressing out about it, which is kind of nice. But I do worry about them, and I think it's our turn to like kind of be super worried about them because of what this is and how it affects the elderly more than it does us. So they're always on my mind. So yeah.
Hey Ryan, can you go to Santa Anita Park to place a bet on the horses?
Oh man, if my dad's watching right now, he's probably not watching because he's already betting right now. So.
How about you, Mike?
Honestly, like my parents are in Ventura County, and the situation's a little bit different.
And they're younger, right?
A little bit, but I mean, like they're not dealing with the same things over there. They're not dealing with the same restrictions yet, and I think not as many businesses are like necessarily closed. I don't think they have the whole you have to get delivery only kind of thing. And they eat out a lot, so I think they're still going to the mall and stuff like that. They're definitely not going to the casinos because I think those are all closed.
They're closed.
Well, even on Native American land.
I think I imagine so. It's a state thing, right? I don't know.
But I mean,
they're not.
They're you might
they're not. And they don't adhere to a lot of stuff.
But I mean, it's not a government directive. I think people are just closing businesses because they're not going to be able to make any money. Like the casinos weren't told to close; they're just like,
no one's there.
Yeah, there's no one there. But I mean, like, yeah, they're not dealing with the same kind of. I think my dad was like, "Oh, there's only 2 people or something like that, or 3 people." So it's a little early for them, so it hasn't really hit them. And I don't know. They're going to do what they're going to do, and so I'm trying not to let it stress me out.
Yeah,
they're always going to do whatever they're going to do, and also they haven't been told they need to work from home or anything either. So it's different right now for them. So it might be early on, and
they're still working.
Yeah, they're still working. They're still at the office.
Okay. Got it.
And my dad was kind of scoffing at the idea that he'd still like telework or whatever he called it. And so I don't know. I'm not trying to be too worried about it, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And right now, no one's really worried about it as much in Ventura County as they are where we live in LA County. So who knows? I don't know. Maybe they're just being like lackadaisical about it, and I should be more worried.
I feel like that was like where I was a week ago. Like mentally, like
yeah,
like it'll be fine. Like, and then the panic set in. Like for me, for sure, panic did set in.
Yeah. Because
on Wednesday, I went to Vaughn's to like just stock up on things, not to like hoard or panic buy, but like, I knew Mike was working from home. So I was like, we should have food because we had some stuff. So, we needed the essentials, frozen pizzas, beer, ice cream.
Gosh. I should get
Oh
a
my
beer
God. All junk food.
Because I had ordered, because we went to Trader Joe's last week for like the regular groceries, you know, like the stuff I snack on: celery, hummus, mandarin oranges.
Right.
And then, but in line at Vaughn's, it gave me anxiety because like it was Thanksgiving level lines. But we weren't buying turkeys, we're buying whatever was there. And then there's no toilet paper, which I still think is crazy. But then Mike, you went to Seafood City in the same situation.
Oh,
right?
Seafood City and on Vermont here in LA, like, which is like kind of on the edge of Filipino town, but really kind of the commercial center of like the Filipino neighbors around here. I mean, the lines were like extended throughout the entire store. The entire rice aisle was empty. I grabbed the last tabo. But I wasn't even trying to get like a ton of stuff. I was just like, I want to get my usual, like I want to get some like cuchinta and like some chicken skin to snack on.
And chicharron.
Which I did, you know, and some shrimp chips.
Like I'm here for regular shit like chicharron.
And I had to wait in line for an hour to pay for it. And it's like, you know, I'm here. I might as well get like the tabo and whatever. Like, you know.
So Mike bought the tabo just in case, and I had to remember how to use it. Guys, I don't know how to use a tabo.
Oh my
I don't
God.
remember. I failed.
Turn in your Filipino card right
I
now.
have to. Like, I was
Dude,
like,
Elaine, there's a little instruction thing at the bottom of it.
no, there's not. Shut up. I checked.
It's in the box.
It's in the box.
What box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Dude. So I was like, I'm just going to practice. We have toilet paper. So I filled it up and then I tried and then I'm like, something's wrong.
It's like the same hand you use for like kamayan.
Oh.
But I didn't do that. I just poured the water. And
You
then
pour it on your back when you take a bath or something? What'd you do?
no, I was just pouring it on my butt. Like, it was wrong. I was like, I know I knew how to do this when I was little because I did it when I was little.
Nice. So we talked about shopping a little bit. It's kind of ironic that there is a long line at Seafood City when like people were talking about how, you know, you should just go to all the ethnic groceries or the Asian grocery stores because nobody's there. It was actually like that in my neighborhood kind of Asian store that I go to. I haven't gone to a Seafood City yet or Island Pacific just because I go to this neighborhood Asian store. Everything was there except rice. Like rice is completely gone, but like everything else was in stock. How was it at Lutong Bahay, right?
Oh, you went to
So Lutong Bahay is a local like market / also they have a kitchen, like a point kitchen to buy ulam. When I was there a couple days ago. It was fine. There wasn't a lot of people. I actually went to the Nanay Glorias. They had all their chairs up already. The market was not. I mean, usually there's a hell of people there, and you have to like take a number and wait forever. But you know, so clearly businesses are going down, and I actually went pretty recently. So it's very clear. It's very clear that businesses is suffering a little bit. So, and those are just a couple of the Filipino businesses that I saw. And, you know, for the most part, I go there to buy ulam for my family. But yeah, I noticed for a while, I think Joe and I were talking about whether or not, like, you know, people are afraid to go to like Asian supermarkets. But I mean, that caught on really fast too. Like people started going to, there's a local market in downtown that it's in a mall. So not a lot of people know about it, but that's where I got my rice, you know.
Or which one?
There's like a little Tokyo Mart.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
And like I go there and there's like nobody there. They're still handing out samples, you know, like regular. I was like, oh, you guys should probably stop handing out samples.
Faces.
But
Big 5-minute long bear hug.
Vanessa Bella Lovelace, our homie, put you buy white people stuff at the Asian market and then rice at the white people stores.
Smart.
I bought
Very
rice at Vaughn's. I found rice there.
I did.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't anything special though. It was probably like Safeway brand.
But was it like 20 pounds?
No.
Nah, then
We don't.
I'm just
So
kidding.
we don't normally eat rice.
We don't even have a. Do we have a rice cooker?
The rice cooker is the Instapot.
Oh, yes,
It's
the
same
Instapot
thing.
that you can kind of see behind us.
But we don't really eat rice. But because we went to like Park's Finest, and Hi-Fi
Yeah.
Kitchen, we've
Ton of
ate rice
now.
3 days in a row.
Oh, wow. So Noel Ramirez said, it's unfortunate out here in Philly, there's been a lot of avoidance at API markets.
That sucks. That really sucks.
Freaking horrible. Have you experienced any kind of or witnessed any xenophobic kind of incidents because of all this?
Not in real life, just like what I've seen online
Yeah, and hearing about from friends.
and hearing about it. Yeah, but I think it's because like I'm too brown. Like no one, I don't think people think I'm Asian.
Got
You
it.
know, like I don't present as like a Chinoy or anything or Chinese.
Yeah.
Like so, like folks aren't gonna think that. Like I haven't had that, but I think about it and I get really scared. Like I get worried when I'm with other folks who do present like they're Asian.
Mhm.
They look obviously Asian, so then I get like a little like heightened sense of awareness.
Yeah, I get nervous for them. When you see
Yeah.
somebody's like, oh, I hope they don't get bothered somehow.
Yeah.
So,
So I haven't, I've only frequented like Asian markets, so it's not like I've gone to quote unquote safe spaces, right?
Yeah.
And like certain businesses that I usually go to around here, which are like POC owned. Not to say that POC can't be racist, but I have not myself witnessed or experienced any xenophobic stuff. Although I know it's out there, I know it's heightened. I've heard a lot of stuff that's coming out of New York, some stuff out of Vegas. So it's really something that kind of just shows the true color of, race relations here.
Yeah.
Ben de Guzman put, one of my coworkers has been harassed twice. She's at the mayor's office of an Asian and Pacific Islander affairs.
Golly.
And then Clarice Aguilera wrote, yes, went to Best Buy and a couple walked away from me because I look Asian. Oh no, Leon Figueres wrote, someone shouted at my Filipino coworker during a delivery to a hospital, go back to China.
Ugh.
Ugh.
It doesn't help
Ugh.
that the president's also calling it what it isn't.
Chinese virus or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Kung
Yeah.
Flu.
Kung
That's
flu.
fucking awful.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't want to think that it could never happen around here, but I mean, it could totally. But I mean,
I totally could, yeah.
I think I've frequented mostly like Asian
Businesses.
spaces or spaces where there are a lot of Asian. I mean, like we live in Filipino town, and I can't not run into like Filipino people wherever we go within like a 5-10 block radius of this place. So I mean, that's the benefit of that. But that's not to say it couldn't happen. I mean, and the Koreatown is another like 5 minutes from here, and so we're kind of like in Asia.
No.
Stupid.
No. But yeah.
Yeah. But the best thing to do is call it out when you see it.
Mhm.
And people, if you are a witness to these horrific acts, it's horrible. And it's not, Filipinos are not immune to this. I heard, Filipino nurses at, I think in the UK were basically, I think, targeted recently for some,
man.
racist stuff. Historically, of course, Filipinos have been kind of equated to disease. I think, during the 1920s and 30s, there was a kind of stigma or like a label that Filipino men would get as like always carrying tuberculosis. So that was one justification to exclude Filipinos from coming here back in the day. So yeah, I mean, and during the Filipino-American War, Filipinos were kind of seen as disease carriers by Americans. So this is the continuation of these racist kind of tropes that we have to all kind of deal with.
Yeah. Watch each other's back, people.
Okay. I just want to also give a quick shout out to all the Filipino personnel, medical personnel, the doctors, the nurses, all
the
caregivers, those who are still taking care of people who are like in the front lines and kind of dealing with this madness right now. Yeah. So shout out to them. What else?
Are you checking in with your other relatives? Like, I sent out an email to all my cousins because we all live in different places. We're not just in LA. And I'm just like, how are you all doing? Like, what's going on?
I actually haven't checked in with folks in the Philippines. I'm kind of, most of my cousins are there. So
they locked down Manila, right? So
yeah.
So it's kind of weird. This is what happened. Like they were gonna lock down Manila, and like set a whole curfew thing, for I forgot what date. I think it was Sunday or something like that. But then, when they announced that, everybody rushed to the provinces. Right? They're trying to get out of the city. They're all trying to get out of Metro Manila before the curfew. But then what happened was like a lot of the people started infecting people in the provinces.
That's what happened in Italy.
Yeah, that's happened in Italy.
So then now, like all of Luzon is under kind of this like lockdown or kind of whatever shelter in place, whatever you want to call it, or whatever they call it there.
Yeah, when my parents were saying, like, asking if I was going to visit this weekend, I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." I mean, you never know, like if we're like just asymptomatic carriers, I mean, we just don't notice it or whatever, and there's no testing happening. I mean, that's the biggest frustrating thing is like, if you think about it, with all the shelter in place and all the lockdowns and everything else, only exists because we don't have a good testing ability or policy or anything, right? If we're able to like test people at a reasonable rate, we wouldn't have to like do these drastic measures like keeping people in their homes.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason why is because like we don't know who has it.
Is anyone sort of maybe not, annoyed or not, but like NBA players are getting tested?
Yeah, it's
like Hollywood people are getting tested who are asymptomatic. Like, how did you even get a test?
How did you get that?
It's okay if it's the Lakers.
Shut up.
Dude, you're the one who told me.
I'm kidding.
That Kevin Durant was found to have COVID-19, and you were the one who told me their last game was against the Lakers.
It was. So all the Lakers got tested today. And the test.
Who cares? Nobody cares about the Lakers.
Shut up, fool.
Go ahead, chat. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see it, chat.
It's just gonna be Paulo. Paulo's gonna be the only one saying Clippers.
Oh man. But
so going back to some of the comments, Pilar Diaz has been saying she's been checking in on single friends. Yes, that's definitely important. Check out all people who live alone or anything like that. Who don't have kind of companions at home. Yeah. Ben de Guzman says, my mom came back from the Philippines this past weekend. Duterte didn't give correct information about whether Manila was closed for international travel.
Right?
That's fucked up. Freaking Duterte. He doesn't give a shit. Hey, who wrote this?
Ryan did.
Freaking Ryan.
What did I write?
Shut up, fool.
No, seriously, what did I write?
Why? It won't let me send. Oh, did you delete it?
What did I? I didn't write anything. Seriously.
You liar. Liar, pants on fire.
Wait, no, seriously, what did I write?
I'm not going to say it.
Nope.
I promise, dude. Nope. I'm looking at it right now.
Terrible liar.
Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Oh my God, I totally did not write that.
Fucking liar.
I totally did not write that. Oh my goodness. I'm serious. I did not write that. I did not write that.
Right.
Yeah, Charlene, yeah, we just mentioned Manila is closed. Metro Manila is closed. But I think all of Luzon now is closed because of kind of the spread of coronavirus to the provinces.
Well, like, also, Mike's parents just came back from the Philippines.
Well,
what did they say?
Well, in February,
Oh,
But in February, it was hitting China, and
I think they were more concerned about getting stuck because of the volcano.
that too. It's all that happened.
But I mean, like, I don't think they got screened or anything when they got back to the airport, and they don't. I keep hearing mixed reports about whether they're even doing any real screening at the airports for people coming from, countries at risk or that have people, So I don't know. I mean, the Lakers can get tested apparently, but not people coming from Italy or whatever. So, that is the state of affairs.
Well, like the UC system rapidly created testing, right? That news came out. It was like all over like the UCLA newsroom thing. And I was like, so can they test us now? I'm like, it's at Ronald Reagan, right? Like they should be able to test us. But we'll see. Ronald Reagan is a medical center in Los Angeles at UCLA for folks who are not from LA.
Yeah, named after a horrible person, by the way.
Named after a person who was president and has a library in Ventura County.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of these things.
See me around.
Such facts.
Okay, let's see. Daphne Bitanga.
Oh, that's my friend from grad school.
Bitanga?
Maybe Batanga.
Batanga. I care about the Lakers. Yes. When my family immigrated here in the 70s, my grandpa connected American sports and the American dream to two. Is that hanging? Okay.
Oh, sports teams, the Lakers and the Steelers.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Ryan, you're such a liar. Did you write? Mike, did you write it? No, we're right next to
I
each
didn't
other.
write it. And also, I said that to you guys privately because I wanted you to know that I actually did write it. So.
The TFAL ghost.
Otherwise, I would have.
Oh my God! You know who wrote it? Girly wrote it.
It might have been Girly.
What?
I would own it if I wrote it. That's why I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't know what you guys were talking about. I'm like, what would I write? What? I would own that. If,
oh my God! It must have been Girly.
Yeah, I would be like, fuck the Lakers. I wouldn't write it like that. I wouldn't write, I definitely don't care about the Lakers.
I thought you were still doing yoga.
We gotta complain to your HR, Joe.
Ugh. It's hard. They don't do anything for supervisors or against supervisors. They always side with the supervisors.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Obviously, we're not heading to Houston this weekend.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we were planning to go to Houston to visit the community out there. We had all these interviews lined up. And this happened, so we had to cancel everything, and it sucks. We were gonna go out and support that new restaurant, Be More Pacific.
Be More Pacific.
Yeah, and then talk to a few key people out there in Houston. But unfortunately, we had to cancel, or postpone.
Postpone.
We're gonna go out there.
We're gonna go out there.
Yeah, once all this stuff settles.
I mean, we were gonna go to Seattle in May
to visit our friends.
And our friend who was working on kind of the front lines of some of what's going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think a couple of us were all going to go visit at some points this year, and yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I got tapped. Oh shoot, that was what I was supposed to do. I got tapped to be a ninang for my cousin, and I'm supposed to take a baptism class that I forgot to do. That I will do. That it's good, and it was gonna overlap with the Seattle trip, but yeah. So now that's on the docket. But then I'm also worried, it's end of May, or allegedly, will we be able to do this? Because church is canceled.
Yeah,
which is weird that church is canceled.
You can watch it on TV. Not the same.
Yeah, you can watch it online.
But I'm the ninang. How am I going to do this with a baptism?
Pilar says you could do a baptism class online.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was supposed to do it this week, but with the hecticness of work, I need to
No, but we could do the baptism itself on Zoom, like a Zoomed out baptism.
Zoom baptism? It would be bless.
Bring your towel.
Bring my
the water.
Is this the most you guys have used Zoom in your lives? I mean, been playing around with all the different backgrounds and stuff like that. Did you have a Vatican as your background one time?
I did. I had the Vatican as my background at work.
Oh, really?
I
Hilarious.
had this today.
What?
Oh, what? How do you do? I don't even know how to do
How do you
that.
do that?
See?
Oh, Lane, somewhere there.
I'm over here somewhere.
Oh, there.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm disappearing.
You guys are like Goombas because of your hats.
I don't want to get smashed.
Because of their hats. Oh,
Look this.
oh.
What?
Kylo Ren.
You mean sexy?
Paano
eyes
yan?
Oh, so in settings, when you go in that, you could do virtual background, and they have. Did you delete the preset ones?
Oh, there's no preset ones on mine.
Oh, I had.
Like, so you know where the camera is on the bottom left? Like, click on the arrow and it says choose virtual background. You can upload a thing.
Yeah, and if you have you have stuff there, hey Joe, you should put a Lakers thing.
I don't have
Oh,
it.
stop. Enough with the Lakers.
Anyways.
Wait, hold on. I want to do something cool.
Good luck.
Shut up.
But yeah, it's fun. I was in the Vatican.
Whoa. Like, who was talking?
Oh, because I disappeared?
Yeah.
I'm not here anymore. Oh my God, I'm back.
Hey, you were in the Vatican?
That was one of my backgrounds. I was at like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. What else? I was so Animal Crossing New Horizons drops on
coming out on
Friday.
20th.
So for our next like live, it's definitely gonna change things up when I know that you can change your background.
So we're gonna do this again, yeah? Should we do?
I think we should do it again. What do you guys think on the chat? If you guys,
I think we have to.
I think we're stuck. I think this is good for our mental health if we
I think
do
so.
this again.
If anyone on the chat thinks we should keep doing this, let us know. I think we should though.
Oh man, I can't do it.
Oh.
Play with it when we're done.
Oh.
Oh my God! What is happening? Oh my God!
What's happening?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Take a picture. Take a picture so people know what we're talking
That is
about.
nightmare fuel.
That is nightmare fuel. What is happening?
Oh my God!
What's on your face?
What
You're
is
gonna get kicked out of your workspace.
Take
bro.
off your hood.
Oh my God. Never mind. It's not working.
Take your hood off.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
You should teach
Ay,
your
nako.
classes that way, Joe.
None. There.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Okay, so sorry, going back to the whole Vatican thing.
Yeah.
So you had the Vatican as a background, Elaine?
Yeah, I just like found a picture from inside the Vatican and I put that as my virtual background.
Okay.
Oh, and the reason was because my aunt sent an email saying that like the bishop put a dispensation about going to church. And so I replied like, "Oh, really? But look, I'm in the Vatican." And her reply was, "That's cute." And I was just like, "Oh," did not faze her. Like,
Did you sing when you were at the Vatican?
when I
Church songs?
from my office, because that was the virtual background.
You said, one bread, one body.
One Lord of all.
Can we not? Can we not pull on more old jokes from old episodes?
Okay. So we're almost out of time, but what are your favorite things that you're missing right now because of what's going on with social distancing?
Movies. I wanted to watch Mulan.
Oh, I was looking forward to that
I
too.
was really looking forward to that, and it got pushed back.
I mean, maybe this is obvious to you guys, but like I actually miss my parents. Like, not I see them, but like, you know, like my mom's very kissy and huggy, and I'm like, "Mom, no, I'll give you a high five," you know.
Oh.
But you know, just stuff like that. And then on the social thing, like even though I haven't been playing a lot of poker, I actually miss poker.
Oh,
And
wow.
you know, it's like it's
We
kind
can
of
play
like a
online,
social-
no?
Not really. I'm actually thinking of, because it's not legal to play online for money. You can play for fun, but like that's stupid. Like,
What's the point?
what's the point? Like there, you know. But there's actually a way. I'm thinking about a way to do. There's a free platform you can do it, and I'll probably just play online with some friends and Venmo, and it'll be interesting. It's been done before, but yeah.
Are you admitting to illegal gambling on our live broadcast right now?
No, it's not illegal. I'm not going to take a cut.
I was wondering if you could play on Zoom, but then like, how does the deck work?
No, there's platforms to do it.
Oh, there are.
There are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like free platforms
For all the gambling addicts out there.
Yeah, but just like the idea of like things that are when you think about things that are open late, that like casinos, for example, we talked about it earlier. I'm like, oh my god, like the things you never thought would close, like, oh shoot, they're closed. And of course, like socializing, like us, right? Like I look forward to seeing you guys and even just travel. And now it's like not even, I don't even know how that works. I don't even, I haven't even thought that far ahead yet. Like how long we're not going to be able to, travel on a plane and stuff like that. So.
Speaking of gambling, I know some folks said that both Morongo and Chumash are closed.
Right.
So
yeah.
So definitely parents have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So Charlene says, I miss seeing my mom. Catherine Choice. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
ECO said eating with friends.
Yeah. Catherine Choice says, I miss being in class with students. Mm-hmm. I could feel you. So if folks out there don't know, I am actually teaching my first class at LMU. And it sucks because it was going so well, and I thought we were like hitting like a groove, and then this happened. So I have to convert everything online, which sucks. But the good thing is I get to assign a lot of podcast episodes to my students. Woo-hoo.
There's a couple of folks that says, Candace said my workout group. Gerard said, or G-Rock says playing basketball. Cindy, she misses her kids being in school. NBA, I hear that again. Someone said soccer. I think that was Vera, live sports.
Oh, I know. I was so excited to go to a LAFC game. I wanted to go. And now it's like everything's canceled.
Yeah.
I miss the NBA so much.
Yeah.
Me too.
It was the Clippers season too, so
whatever. Dude.
So, anyway.
It was Lakers season.
Oh, please. It was an LA season. How about that?
Okay.
You guys okay with that? That would have been.
You know who's happy about this though?
Mike?
Warriors fans.
Dude, they were the first one to say, you know what, dude, we
can cancel the season.
We can cancel the season.
Hey, I would too, dude. If the shoe was the other foot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me, that's when shit hit the fan to me, was when NBA basically postponed the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, WrestleMania is not canceled, but it's not going to have an audience.
Oh, wow.
They're going to do like they're going to film it at the Performance Center. It's going to be over 2 nights, and there's going to be no audience. So they're just going to like...
When they swing, they're going to miss really far. Whereas before, it was a little far. Now it's a lot far. Like,
They've done, like last week, they did a show with no audience.
They did?
What was that like?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I just heard something about how like...
it looks like theater, which it is.
I was reading something about like John Cena calls his spots really loud, and so all you're gonna hear is him calling all his spots like on the thing.
So like, when we went to watch No Mercy like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I could hear John Cena, and we were like in the 300s of the Staples Center.
Yeah.
So imagine.
But that's what I mean. That's what makes sports like so attractive, is like the kind of camaraderie, the community that it builds around it. I mean, sometimes when I go to like high school games or just any kind of like recreation games, it's totally not the same because the crowd's not into it.
Yeah.
When a crowd is really into a high school game, for example, you could feel the difference.
Yeah.
And it just sucks now that, live sports is gone.
Yeah.
Also, Charlene DePaulo said concerts.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Two of us, like the Hollywood Bowl season. Like, is that even going to happen?
Yeah.
We have like a tradition as our friend group to like go together.
I was going to see Alvin Ailey last Friday. There's a bunch of bowl shows coming up. We were going to see New Order with Pet Shop Boys.
We really wanted to see,
You know?
but like,
I mean, I just miss seeing friends
I
and
know.
like
Mhm.
good whiskey.
You can still have good whiskey, but
Just not with friends.
It's actually at one of my
Friends.
friends' places. I guess I could go to her place and get it, but you know,
there's a bottle of Maker's Mark that my dad just gave us.
it's a good whiskey.
Oh my God, my dad gave
hey,
it
Makers is
free.
okay.
He had a bottle like 18-year like single.
He's
anyway.
not gonna give you that. He's keeping it for himself.
Yeah.
How about Jack Daniels?
The honey kind with a lot of ginger ale.
Have you guys heard of Jameson cold brew?
Wait, what?
What's that?
There's a Jameson, like the flavor of the Jameson is called cold brew or cold brew Jameson. So it's Irish whiskey. I don't know if it's flavored like coffee, but I saw it the other day and I was like, huh, this is interesting. Maybe for Mike, you know, we both like whiskey and coffee. So maybe together.
Do you all miss Corona?
Too soon, Joe.
Too soon. Hey, what if
No.
Not even.
the next one we do, we
Oh,
make
happy
it
hour.
happy hour, and we
Oh, yeah.
drink with folks.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea.
Is there a limit, Mike? Is there a limit to Zoom? Like how many people?
I don't know. It's your account, so you tell us.
Oh.
I mean,
oh, that's
my
gonna work.
account.
that's gonna work. Shh. Don't say it's his account.
Don't say anything.
Don't broadcast it.
don't put it on live.
Oh shoot! Oh fuck! Am I in trouble?
Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble.
Okay, Elaine, we're using yours next time.
Damn. Okay.
Remember, we're using this for your class. We're sharing with your class.
Actually, that's what I mean, no.
Anyways,
Okay.
Ooh.
Or we could always move this to Instagram because we could do that way. We could.
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll play
figure
around
it
with
out.
it. I think it'll be good. But no matter what, I
Someone
think
said
we're gonna
45 minutes is free. So
Oh shit.
if we
Of what? Wait, hold on. 45 minutes of what?
If we sign up for the free account,
the
it's
free
45
account on
minutes
Zoom.
free, but
we could do a 45
Oh,
minutes.
well, you know, we all have institutional sponsorship for this. So.
Yeah. But also Instagram. But we'd have to be like on our phones. We'll figure it out. It out.
Okay.
Also, okay, so folks who are watching, and then if you listen to this, because we're going to put this out as a show, send us your thoughts via text message or voicemail. Hey, Ryan, what's the number?
805
394.
TFAL.
You're the worst. You could write it on a post-it and put it on your screen.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, we will do this again maybe next week or something, right? Or
Yeah.
We'll try it. Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. We'll
This is
try it.
definitely therapeutic for all of us. So
Yeah. Let's do it, and then we'll drink.
Oh yeah, I don't mind doing that.
Okay.
Bye, friends. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye,
Thanks
everybody.
for sticking with us.
Tuning in.
Stay safe.
Again,
Be
if
healthy.
you haven't listened to us before, make sure to listen to all our old episodes. It's all on our website or wherever you find podcasts. We do this all the time. We've been doing this for close to 4 years now. So yeah, and now that we have to practice social distancing, we are going to do this on Zoom. So, all right.
All right. Take care.
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Safe.
Bye.
This Filipino American Life is produced by Michael Nailat. Our intro and outro music is by Roger Habon, aka 10.4 Raj. Resident reality checker Girly Colado, legal advisor Rianne Fajardo, and graphic design by Vincent Collyer.